Hey, Mike. What? Who's got next?
What's good, y'all? It's your man Hezo, and welcome back to the Blacktop, where I always got next, you feel me? So Game 5 of Philly and Miami in the books, and there's really not much to take away from this game other than just pure dominance by Miami. But before I dive into everything, as always, if you're new to my channel, hit that subscribe button, help me grow my channel out. If you're looking for more basketball content, this is definitely where y'all want to be. I greatly appreciate all the support y'all been giving me. I've been pretty exhausted lately, but I'm still making this video for y'all because I know there's a lot of people still looking for it, so I'm dedicated to y'all. I appreciate all the support. So with that being said, let's get right into it. So huge bounce back win for Miami. Miami fans, where y'all at? I know y'all are hype about this one. I mean, winning by 30 plus after losing the last two in Philly and just really not looking the same. And this game was just pure dominance by Miami. And really just, you could just see a completely different team. And I don't know what it is about playing at home, man. And I get home court is a big difference, but it's two different teams when these two teams are at home. And I mean, I guess credit to the home team, but come on, man. Somebody's got to show up on the road because, well, I mean, Miami doesn't technically have to because they can, as long as they win their home games, they win the series. But I don't know. I just expected Philly after that win to come out with a more sense of urgency to try and get Game 5 and still game on the road to potentially close it out in 6. Now Miami has a chance to do that and close it out in 6 in Philly. We'll see if that happens or not, but the biggest thing I took away from this game was Miami's role players, man. I'm not going to say finally, but they showed up after kind of not really doing anything in games 3 and 4 in Philly. Max Strus had a nice game. I think he finished with 19. Oladipo had a nice game, finished with, I think, 15. Gabe Vincent had a nice bounce-back game. Kyle Lowry was out of the lineup, and honestly, it might be better for them for the rest of the series to just keep Lowry on the bench because it seems like they're playing better without Kyle Lowry right now because he hasn't really done anything. He looks gimpy. He's not shooting well. He's not really defending well. Right now, Kyle Lowry might not be a good thing for them to play. I know he probably won't even play Game 6, to be honest with you, but rest him for the next couple games, whether it's Game 6, Game 7, maybe Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals if they get there, but I just don't see Lowry being a key piece right now that they need. Tyler Hero didn't even have a great game and just still winning by 30 plus, man. Jimmy still was being Jimmy, just had an excellent all-around game. And for the Sixers, a lot of the same thing in games 1 and 2. Role players not stepping up. Tyrese Maxey was a ghost. I think he finished with 9 points. James Harden, once again, after having a great game last game, doesn't really do anything. Joel Embiid was kind of contained most of the game. I think he finished with 17. Credit to Bam for that. Played great defense on him. Didn't really need to do much on offense if you're Bam. So credit to the Heat, man. They played excellent. They played with more energy, more effort. Just playing defense, forcing Philly to take bad shots, turnovers, all that type of stuff. This is what Miami has done the entire playoffs. This was the Miami team that we watched in games 1 and 2. And this was obviously their best game of this series so far. Will this continue in Game 6? I don't know. Because both of these teams have been so inconsistent this specific series. We don't know which Miami team we're going to get in Game 6. We don't know which Philly team we're going to get in Game 6. If I had to pick, I'm probably going to pick. I'm not going to go with the trend right now. I think Miami is going to close it out in 6 games. Philly fans, y'all can come at me, whatever you want. But I just don't see a repeat Miami just going out completely scoreless. Well, not scoreless, but the role players just completely shit in the bed in Game 6 in Miami with this. Now that they got confidence, and I don't know, Miami just looked a lot different tonight. Duncan Robinson finally got in the game. I don't think he hit a shot, but I mean, that's maybe something to look forward to, I guess, if you're a Heat fan. I don't know. Do y'all even want to see Duncan Robinson in the game? Because he hasn't done anything since the Atlanta series in Game 1, but the Heat just looked excellent this game. I mean, they came out with just a high sense of urgency, a lot of energy, and the Miami Heat crowd was getting into it, and that obviously affects the game. But I really do feel bad for Joel Embiid because you have to wonder, did the MVP, did the thing about him not getting MVP, did that get into his head to where he was kind of passive, not really shooting as much? He was getting really banged up, getting hit in the face, falling to the ground. I really feel bad for Embiid, man. I don't like the dude, but you just got to feel bad for a dude like that because he's really doing everything he can, playing injured, trying to really carry this team to victories, and he's just not really getting much help from his other guys, especially in this game. Yeah, he did in games 4 and 5, but not really in this game, and didn't get any help in games 1 and 2. Obviously, he didn't play, but they didn't do anything to potentially make those games. So I feel bad for Joel Embiid. We'll see what happens in Game 6. Pure dominance from Miami. I said it earlier. That's really what I took away from this game is just the bench guys from Miami, the role players from Miami really stepped up, and Philly didn't. And that's what it comes down to in this league. I've said it over and over. You have to have your role guys step up in this league if you're going to win playoff series. Because your stars are going to get it done at the end of the day. Even though Joel Embiid didn't have a great game, he still, well, he didn't do enough. Let's put it that way. He didn't do enough to carry his team to the victory, but they lost by over 30. Even if Embiid gets over 30 that game, they're still getting blown out because nobody else is stepping up. So credit to Miami's defense for that. I'm really anxious to see what happens in Game 6. I really hope Miami comes out with a sense of urgency in Game 6 and really just closes Philly out on the home court, and they'll await either Boston or Milwaukee in the Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll see with that. Real quick, I want to add something, man. I'm watching these games when Philly is on the road, and this is kind of random, but their city jerseys are so bad. I don't know who was in the design room when they're designing the city jerseys, and somebody was, oh, this is it. This is the move right here. I don't know whose mentality that was and who thought that was the right move, but it ain't it. Those are atrocious, in my opinion. Y'all might disagree. Philly fans, you might disagree. That's my opinion. Kind of want to jump into a couple other things real quick. I know Joker won MVP. Credit to the Joker, man. He carried the Nuggets all season long. I know a lot of people are probably saying that he didn't deserve it. You're casual if so, because what he did for the Nuggets, averaged almost a triple-double, 27, 13, and 8 or something like that. Just incredible. Incredible performance by a center without his second best player and his third best player for the majority of the season. I mean, Jamal Murray didn't play the entire season. Michael Porter Jr. went down early on, and his next leading score was 15 a game with Aaron Gordon, and got them to a 6 seed. That's pretty damn impressive. Joel Embiid was definitely a strong argument, but the thing is, Embiid had help. Even before the James Harden trade, Tyrese Maxey was averaging 18 a game. Tobias Harris averaging 18 a game. So it's not like he's not getting production from other guys. And even Seth Curry before the trade was averaging around 15 a game. So, you know, when you look at the whole overall comparison of Embiid to Joker and who really deserved it, obviously they both deserved it. Giannis also deserved it. But when you look at Joker compared to what he had with help, Joker no doubt deserved it. Credit to him, back-to-back MVP. And Joker, man, he's making a name to be top 75 all time. We'll see what happens down the road with that. Maybe he gets a championship or two. I don't know. Obviously, that's foreshadowing a lot. But a couple other series I want to talk about, like always. Game 4 of the Milwaukee and Boston, just a wild game really from start to finish. It looked like Milwaukee had control of the game for most of the game, and then just the fourth quarter, they blew it. And Giannis, again, only can do so much, man. Without Chris Middleton, you're really seeing this Milwaukee team struggle because they are struggling looking for offense if it's not Giannis. They're not a good team with him off the floor without Middleton, and Giannis needs help, man. And I don't know if they're going to be able to beat Boston win another game in Boston if you're Milwaukee. It's 2-2 now. Game 5's in Boston. And I meant to say this at the beginning of the video, but keep in mind, winner of the 3-2, whenever it's a 2-2 matchup, winner of Game 5 usually wins the series, I think, 82% of the time. So, Philly, watch out. Miami, they might look to close it out in Game 6. Same thing if Boston wins Game 5. I'm not going to be watching the Phoenix and Dallas game tonight. I just haven't really caught much of that series just because it's just too many late games. I didn't watch the Grizzlies and Warriors game last night. I feel bad for John Morant because it's just, tough injury, man, with that knee injury. Is it Jordan Poole's fault? I'm not going to go there. Y'all can say what you want about that. I don't think that was a dirty play. I mean, he was reaching for the ball, kind of got caught up on his knee. I don't know. Call what you want on that. Call Jordan Poole dirty, whatever. I don't think that's why John Morant's out. I mean, he battled with a knee injury all season. Well, not a serious knee injury, but he battled with that kind of that knee. He kind of battled with that knee injury all season long. But unfortunately for Ja, he is probably going to miss the next game as well. So the Warriors will probably close it out in 5 games and I'm assuming they'll play the Suns in the Western Conference Finals. I know that series is also 2-2. Phoenix better get their shit together because Dallas ain't no slouch team. So I'm going to pretty much leave it there, man. A little bit longer recap than obviously last video, which I said it would be. So I'm trying to get this video out fast for y'all. Like I said, man, I've been exhausted, so I know there's people still looking for it, so I wanted to do this for y'all, even with being mentally drained, physically drained, all that stuff. I love y'all that are supporting me, so appreciate all the support. Leave a like, and I will catch y'all next episode.